We always want details as writers.
Don't we?
When shit happens, you're like, what do you mean? Explain everything. So when you get cheated on, you're like, I want to know everything you did with her. What movies did you guys see? What songs did you guys listen to? What positions did you guys do? It's a bad time for everybody. This poem opens with a quote by Anne Mignon de Lenclos. Never tell a loved one of an infidelity. Although one dislikes being deceived, one likes even less to be undeceived. I asked for a key, and you gave me a house. I wanted a bird, and you sent me a swarm. My head is now a mud stitch, grief a careless church with no doors. Your girl is now my girl too, my warm little failure. You want her to leave, but I cannot let her go. I taste her on every bite off your spoon. She hangs on thick like romance. Clouds your tongue like milk, like bad October plants, forget-me-nots everywhere her mouth has been. The new vein in your forearm is a blood wire telegram she taps into my chest. When we fuck, she's perched there on your brilliant nose. Tells me every borrowed position, each sweet song you sang to her first. Oh, Mr. You, clumsy God, making monsters of us women when all we wanted were arms enough to hold you, and now I'm ugly, fat on the truth. The alibis of her mouth, breasts, arms, hands, hips, heart. You want me to starve, but I cannot stop eating. Her smile is a plate I lick clean every meal. You swear you are done with her, but she's just getting started. Her love letters have built a wasp's nest in the medicine cabinet. The rats in the basement squeal her name. Our children pull strands of her hair from their throats. Yesterday a bird slammed into our bedroom door when she thought of your hands. And then it makes you a little loopy. You want to stab people in the neck, or you write a poem instead. Notes from the Jacques Cousteau ballet. When your sweetheart came home from Madagascar, he brought you a necklace with pearls the size of grapefruits. You wore it all the time, even though it left a strand of bruises across your collarbone. Even though you could hardly breathe. It was so uncomfortable. We all laughed at you at first, until the wild night out on your lover's yacht when you were dancing and dizzy and laughing and you spun overboard. And the ocean clutched you in a welcome home embrace, and you shot all the way down to the bottom like a screaming cannonball. Your sweetheart didn't want to get his suit wet, and the rest of us never learned how to swim. So you sank and sank until you were so far down you didn't know which way it was up. After 2 days, we headed back to shore. As we stepped onto the dock, the 8 of us agreed. You never should have learned how to dance. This was all your fault. I guess this is the lady portion of the lady show. This is called Poem for 3 Dead Girls of Last Summer. My sweetheart says I can no longer watch the news. You worry too much. He is right. My fear is a drilling, constant, blood thick. That girl in the suitcase, that wife in the river, that woman in the elevator needed me. So I worry too much. It is my right. My fear is a drilling, a songless bird perched upon my shoulder, that wife in the river, that woman in the elevator needed me, but I have 3 girls of my own. They are mine, mine, mine. And the songless bird perched upon my shoulder watches over them, my sweet little Gretels who follow me home. These 3 girls who are mine, 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 gobble up my heart like a hunk of bread. When men see them, my sweet little Gretels, they follow them home. When there is a knock at the door, I stash my darlings in a cupboard. They come to gobble up my girls like hunks of bread. Men line up like ants to take them away and carry them home. When there is a knock on the door, I hide my darlings inside a cupboard like bowls of sugar. When they sleep, I wrap them in kite strings, line them up like ants so no one can take them, carry them home. They clutch their dolls and all night long they wish for boys like bowls of sugar. As they sleep, I hold them tight like kite strings, constant, blood thick. That girl in the suitcase, she clutched her doll and all night long wished she'd been born a boy. It is why my sweetheart says I can no longer watch the news.